I like the new jingles that they made. Look at all this food.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
I risked my life sneaking around marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough! This is a family establishment! You want to make a mess? You make it outside!
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
It's the same fight every day.
This is the first
5 years we've been at this, and we
reused
still can't
asset
agree
model,
on how to
character
properly
model
tag
I've seen.
salvage. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's the same face model as
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do
what's her
something,
name on
these
the
two are gonna be
Groundbreaker
at each other's
engineer.
throats. You do that for me?
It's kind of what I do.
I appreciate it all the same. You'll be paid for your time and expertise, of
I think
course.
there's a difference in
Freddie, Trixie,
I'm sure
go
it's
on
all
and make your case to the
their
general
character
stranger.
generator, like
I'll start.
randomizing,
seeing
and
as I'm the
it
one
just
who's
so
been
happens
most
that she
wronged
got
in
the
this
same
equation.
exact face. Her skin, the girl on the Groundbreaker has like dirt, like a dirt texture over her skin. She doesn't.
Oh, very formal. Freddie the Scab, freelancer for sublight salvage and shipping. Same as my father before me.
Junkyard Trixie. Also a salvage freelancer. Though, I've been at it longer than Freddy.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside,
Yeah.
right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
What's your side? How did you mark the claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Is that legal?
I don't know about legal, but it's legit by sublight standards. Assuming anyone was around to hear it, which we can't know for sure.
Someone must have heard me. They just ain't brave enough to step forward and admit it.
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders.
All right, get
So
you
I
away from
snuck
me.
around and added my tag, clear as day, so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
Drum your fingers thoughtfully.
Quit leading the prosecution, Hullhead. Anyway, that's my story, sir. I drew an X in the dirt, with my toe. Wouldn't surprise me in the least, but that doesn't mean it ain't mine.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
These idiots don't know how to tag salvage, so I rule in no one's favor.
That ain't no kind of fair.
He ain't even from around here, Lex.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change. A little too often, if you ask me.
Alright.
Come and...
We could always go back and rile him up again later. That's my captain.
Da-da-da. Who you?
Seen any good salvage around?
Who you?
I wouldn't get too close to that railing, just in case. Think the folks here like strangers? Because some of them are looking at us like maybe not.
I mean, your coat's looking kind of brown. The fuck?
Huh, who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding?
Alright, let's go talk to the bartender. Or I
Sorry about Freddy
end
and
up talking to
Trixie.
everybody first.
When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night. They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. Welcome
enough.
to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
You son of a bitch. Spectrum vodka. I want to see colors and lots of them.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Sure, got any leads?
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out
Just
the next
as long
day.
as it's not Spectrum
Vicious
Brown.
cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
Anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya.
Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Go on.
The way he talked about the job, you just knew Lucky had hit pay dirt. Not that I was jealous. Around here, that sort of luck can be
It's funny, like,
hazardous to your health.
Well,
Awful
looking at
shame
all
about what
the-
happened to him.
the Spectrum vodkas, I'm like, I should go try and find, like, a licorice flavored alcohol that's not Jaeger. Even though Jaeger's not licorice flavored. Or like my bottle of a rock. I don't know if they do that. Like, do they make like a licorice flavored vodka? They've got to. Somebody has to.
You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild
to the
canid
Googles.
dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Everything's like red licorice. There's a vodka called Illegal that has licorice in it, and it's black. Yeah.
Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
Uh-huh. How do you know it blogged him?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
Why bother sending the arm?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
Where was he staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done.
Giggity.
Trust me. Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Why did they shut it
I
down?
doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touch the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous. Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
One second.
Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own.
Uh-huh.
He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it.
Very true.
Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone.
Okay, so there's
If
two
you're
side
open to a
quests.
side gig. Now that you mention it, I thought I don't speak.
Okay.
What? You got
Ammo? You do. Damn, 65% discount. Shit. Okay, so Roscoe is. This is Lenora. Okay, so we're gonna talk to her. I'm gonna go get a drink though. I'll be right back. All right.
Jerome would have loved this place.
Huh?
That last drink you ordered had a punch to it. What did you say it was called?
Lunar Eclipse Mix. It's just pep pills and a 2-hour energy brew. My ex used to have them with breakfast.
Jesus.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey is far from over.
What makes you say that?
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the marauders would eat me alive.
Probably.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress.
Something. The light wouldn't turn over a rock unless there was salvage under.
Well put. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
Where's Jerome now?
Nowhere good, that's for sure. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. Soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again.
Nice guy. Brings you back.
A broken heart, that's what. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract.
Yo, what
and
up,
he
Kenny?
carried it wherever he went.
Yeah, I'm still
I
fucking
know
playing this
it's still
game.
here. No point in denying it, he died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless he took care of himself on his own terms. I don't like to imagine
So,
what happened,
I
but I know I have to accept it.
I'm enjoying myself, but it's just thought I'd be done by now.
You'd really do that for me?
And I'm
Law.
considering
And I'll bet you're worth 10 of those sublight sprats.
maybe
I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion.
also playing
Jerome
Mass
used to
Effect,
drink with his buddies in
when it
a
comes
small
out,
kitchen
the new
opposite the
one.
maintenance shed.
Legendary or whatever.
Might be a good place to check first. He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so
Yeah.
I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he
I
kept in
haven't
his
had a
room,
drink.
but I
Well,
declined, politely.
okay, that would actually just be a lie of what I was about to just say, because I had a beer at lunch today. But, like 3 days.
He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it.
I'm trying not to drink
Guess
while
we
I
were
stream,
kindred spirits
because,
in a way.
just makes me tired.
Sure. I don't.
Skip through her dialogue, be done. Alright, we're done. Yeah, it's been good. I'm not, man, it is getting fucking warm in here now. Holy shit. Not being like super tired late at night is good. Although, means I don't get to sleep as much, but
What's the story with this place?
good for my
anyhow?
stream, bad for my sleep schedule.
Used to be a shipping warehouse.
That works
Supplies came
that,
in.
that way, I
Deadly
guess.
chemicals went out.
Alright, hey douchebag.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
Oh yeah? I have to try. She meant some kind of journalist.
Some kind. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
Look, you're having a rough time. Can I help?
If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Being out old bastards is 80% of my job.
Does this involve going somewhere we don't belong? Those are my favorite jobs.
Well, I've been trying to get away
Yeah,
from this rock
like,
for 5 lobby
I just looked
years,
up because
but
I haven't
can't stay gone.
played. I remember nothing of Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. Mass Effect 3 came out in 2012. I just remember not liking the ending. But the actual like shit that happens through all 3 games, I don't remember. So, might be interesting to go back and play all of them again.
Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when Project Gorgon was active. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded
And if
them
it
all in
looks
these little
good?
portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave.
That's like a
Terms of my
fucking
reporting contract
200
unmet,
plus
they said.
hour journey between all 3 games. So
Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
why stash the recordings?
Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took to hiding them all over the fucking asteroid. Thought I was so clever. What a fool I was.
I remember really enjoying Mass Effect 1 and 2. Not so much 3 that I remember. And then Andromeda is... Yeesh.
Oh, Georgie? Yeah, she helped me with interviews. A real whiz with the portable recorder tech, too.
We don't
When
speak
things
that
got
name.
crazy, I shoved her onto the last ship off Gorgon. With any luck, she's safe and comfortable in Byzantium. She tried every which way to stay, but it was my contract keeping us here, not hers. Didn't seem fair she'd have to suffer just because I made a bad deal.
I don't do charity. What's in it for me?
I've got some bits saved up. Haven't had anything to spend them on but beer. And Lex has been letting me drink for free. It's nothing extravagant, you know, journalist salary and all. But the bits are yours if you want them.
Well, that's good.
Oh, I've tried, make no mistake. I've caught a couple of rides out with sublight folks, but the board's fixers always send me right back. And I'm not about to stand toe-to-toe with marauders just to fulfill a line item on a contract.
Okay.
No, I get... You'll find another in the chem lab.
Okay.
It's in the main lab storage room.
Okay. Others?
The final one is in human inquiry and auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in observation room B.
Wouldn't someone have seen you?
What with the test subjects running loose...
Okay. No promises. Let you know if I find you.
That's more than I've been able to hope.
Cool. Side quest number 2.
In the old days, I felt like I was...
What have you got there?
Adrena time, I think. Found some in an old busted crate.
Ew.
Drug you found?
Oh.
Someone's in here. Hold on. It's coming back up again.
You right there, bud?
I'm all right. That last one really emptied my guts.
Room and board on the Sprat Shack, 350 ammunition. Something strange in mines. Check it out. Note: stay out of mines. Murderous Moon Man in a canyon, probably a local legend. Canids yellow, space choice yellow. Lots of bodies buried on Gorgon. Not many hatchets. Everyone had a grudge to bear. Okay. Huh. Alright. God damn it. Requires code to unlock. Lucky's case notes. Day 1, Space Choice may have left in a hurry. They didn't forget to lock the doors on the way out. Most of these are sealed up tighter than the top runner's safe. Time to do some digging. Caught a break today. Man, a scavenger claims to be a salesman for Space Choice. Sold me a key. The Office of Creative Incubation to say this guy's about as lucid as blah 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 blah. It worked. Clarence, mostly whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Olivia Ambrose's office journal taught me. Combos 4815.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
You think they stick the preservative in before or after the eye comes out?
Huh. Is that a weapon or is it a key item? Key item. Ooh. Okay. Ocular verifier? What? Oh. Oh my.
Lucky's problem was that he was always overconfident in himself. But us? We got this, whatever it is.
You think this place we're headed will tell us more about Gorgon?
Maybe.
I wonder what they got up to here.
everything. It's time to go kill some shit.